teaching you how to melt and restore copper. First, what you're going to need is copper. This is the finished project of once you melt and you scratch it up because it has this weird black stuff on it after it. And this is what we're going to be working on today. So, to continue, we're also going to need a pan to put water in so the cast iron does not break. This is the cast iron pot. It was a candle, and if you don't put it in like a pan or something filled with water, it's not filled with water right now. And after a while, it will break like this.
There you go.
And it'll be ruined. So, just get permission before you do this. So, I have the water. It's just regular water. It doesn't matter what kind. It could be faucet, it could be hose, it could be bottles. I don't suggest using bottles because that's wasting money. But, so, I'm going to start to put the water in the bottle, in the pan.
Good. Should be putting that down.
Next, you'd have to put the copper inside of the cast iron pan. But make sure that you have something that will make it reach up to 2,000 degrees at least. And make sure the pan is either cast iron or something that can withstand more than 2,000 degrees. Because we're using acetylene and oxygen tank to make sure it melts. Because I have done this before, and as I showed you, that's what happens. So, let's get started. First, we're going to be melting the hard copper. The melting point of hard copper is 1,981 degrees. So, when they're done melting, it'll be like in a blob. So, be careful. It's gonna release fumes that are not gonna be good for you to breathe in. It might give you a headache and could be fatal. So make sure you do not breathe in. We're using acetylene. You have to know we're using acetylene and oxygen. That's not good to breathe in either, except for the oxygen. You need oxygen, obviously. As you can see, it turns gray. That's what I was talking about earlier. It'll turn into a blob, and then it will literally be like that until you scrape it off or put it in water. And it's really hot, so do not touch it. Next. They're the same things, except, well, not much. As you can see, if you hear that, that is the heat making it bubble. And make sure you don't get any water inside of the pan that you're melting it in. Otherwise, it'll start bubbling and it will it'll crack it. It'll crack it, or it'll just break the pan.
That was both hard coppers.
Yeah, it's with some hard coppers.
No.
We're gonna
pause it and change.
We're gonna move on to the soft copper. Now we're gonna move on to soft copper. As you can see, most of this is tubing. You can find it in motors and drills or plumbing. This is soft copper. So surprisingly, it has a higher temperature to melt it than the hard copper. The melting point of it is 1,984. You'd think that it would be less, but no. Just fell over here. Keep going, and then it melts, dissolves, have 2 other tinier pieces of soft copper. They're just little sticks of copper, and this was the first piece of copper that we melted, the second, and the third. We're about to combine them, so let's get on to that. My dad's about to start up the torch, and we're not going to be putting the big glob of it in there because that would waste too much of it, and we don't have enough time, and that's what broke in the pot last time. I was about to say, the reason why they're probably not turning it in is because they're going to bring it up. I would say before the one all the way to the, yeah, it's the one that was top top. And it's looking at that. So, just to show you that it will be copper, it'll melt together. And then when you're done, you dump it into the water, and then it'll start bubbling, and then it will, like, some of the black stuff will come off of it, but not all of it.
Here we go. I'm gonna put it in the water, so stand back a little bit.
Stand back, otherwise the water might splash on you, and the water is really hot. Some of the stuff fell off of it, but then some of it stayed on. It stopped bubbling for some reason really fast, but
And there it is.
that's the finish. That's the finishing product. Well, which is not, because we still got to get some of the black stuff off and polish it up. We'll be back once we've done that. This is the finishing product after you wire brushed it. I'm not sure, but you might be able to do it with steel wool too. There's not that much junk on it, so.
Can you turn a little bit so you can see how shiny?
It's very shiny. Now we're about to go polish it with, like, just any, like, abrasive soap.
Liquid.
Then
Toothpaste is a good thing.
Toothpaste will also work. So we'll be back after that. So this is the finishing product after you finish rubbing it down with some, like, whitening toothpaste. If you do it with regular toothpaste, it won't work because it's, I don't know, but it needs to have, like, grit in it, so it'll, like, wash it off. So, this was Tyler Lemon, and see you later. Bye-bye.